Can anybody stop XDS Astana on the minor calendar at the moment? The answer seems to be no. We have the very famous Tour de Hongrie Queen Stage finishing up Kekesteto. We've done this climb for a number of years. It's decided GC in this race. It's a long climb that gets progressively more difficult. It's very shallow at the beginning, and then the last 3 kilometers are a little bit harder at 7-8%. But yeah, we have still some intermediate sprints beforehand. For Danny Van Poppel, it's the last day. He'll wear the leader of the general classification jersey because we're actually going to have a shake-up in terms of GC after a couple of big sprints. In terms of climbers that we have here, we have Cor Vos, who's been on a very good run, winning in Abruzzo, so he's here as UAE Team Emirates leader, but XDS Astana took control of the peloton. They've got Higuita and Harold Martin Lopez. Now, Lopez was good in Catalunya. He also won Hellas. He just won a stage and came second to his teammate Wout Poels in Turkey. And so he wouldn't be the favorite for the day because, as I said, this climb suits Little Trek's leader, Albert Philipsen, the young 18-year-old. He came straight from juniors to World Tour. He was a star in the juniors. He was crashing the World Championships road race, and Finn eventually won. They were together. But yeah, XDS Astana Sharmig is giving a gel to Saritsa, and Gleb says, I need more of that. One gel ain't going to be enough. I'm burning 2,000 calories an hour on the front right here. So, yeah, they're obviously confident in Lopez, as they should be, but I was interested to see how Higuita went. He's been under the radar a little bit this year, but has got some okay results, but probably he wouldn't be the leader here either. And as I said, it's really not a difficult stage beforehand. Gleb's able to control. They bring the breakaway back exactly when they want to, pretty much before the steep section starts on Kekesteto. And the sprinters say, thank you for bringing me to the base of the climb. We'll go up at our own pace from this point. Some other sprinters like Milano are trying to give good draft to Alessandro Covi, although it's Rui Oliveira, I believe, on his wheel there. And then Ida Schelling ups the pace. He increases the tempo. A few of those guys like Milano, they drop, and then Little Trek take over. So Trek, obviously confident in Albert Philipsen. He's got a very in and out of the saddle style, very much out of the saddle a lot, more than I'd expect on sort of 5-6% gradients. But they don't have the GC numbers. There's no like Conrad here. And so when Eric Vetter for United Shipping, which is a Hungarian team, he jumps up the road, and you see there's a right-hander here where I think Frank Vandenbroek crashed in that right-hander, or some rider crashed in previous years. There's still some big units here. It's Tim de Klerk. Klerk closing down the nice move. He's got Higuita and Lopez just behind him in the XDS Astana jerseys. Philipsen fourth wheel. This should be a good climb for Philipsen. He's he's not a 55 kilo pure climber. He's got power about him, and this is a power climb. But Lopez was dancing on the pedals. De Klerk though, 3.2 Ks to go. This is where the steeper section starts more or less, and you see riders begin to get dropped, and there's an increase in pace from Higuita. Astana are doing the 1-2. They attack with the weaker GC rider first, so they go with Higuita, but UAE counter that with Oliveira pacing. So Rui Oliveira, I think it is, he closes so that Covey doesn't have to do it. Covey's like wheel 7 or 8 just behind. Philipsen's in second wheel. And so, yeah, Higuita can burn himself out. But there's a little split. And Covey, I think he had to close that split. But there's already a split with the Polti guys trying to close it. Feldhofer was on the wrong side of that, which wasn't helpful for him. But then it stalls, and it's Pavel Novak on Kolpak Balan, which, by the way, produced riders such as Pushor Ayuso was on Kolpak Balan. They've produced a lot of really, really talented riders. They always had like Chinellis, and they always had a nice kit. But the Czech rider's looking good. He's a climber, had some okay results in Aosta and the Baby Giro. At 20 years old, and he's climbing well today. He took it upon himself to get a good result. He's got the World Tour boys in his wheel until Harold Martin Lopez says, see ya. And I was surprised, actually. I thought Philipsen was going to, follow in the wheel. It's 30 kph. You get a big draft benefit here. And all due respect to Lopez, but he's a small lad. Small, powerful, but it's still a fast climb for the most part. But he straight up destroys everybody. Normally, on this climb, we've seen Buchmann going early, I think, in previous years. If you go early like that with 2Ks to go, you get caught and passed in the last 500 meters from the guys benefiting in the draft behind, but they're stalling. Novak's the one that takes it up again. The Conti rider, the 20-year-old Conti rider is showing the World Tour boys that we need to chase down Harold Martin Lopez, and XDS Astana, they're not just hoarding points, they're winning races at the moment, and it makes sense. This guy came 10th, I think, on Montserrat behind Roglic and Ayuso. He probably would have finished in the top 15 of the Giro mountaintop finish today. If you put him in on the minor calendar in good shape with full team support, which he had again today, they rode for him all day, he's probably going to win. And that's exactly what happens. A big win for Harold Martin Lopez. He's been good for the last couple of months and brings not just the UCI points, but probably the GC victory given this gap to XDS Astana at the end of this race. Covey was second. They just missed that. I want to point out this guy on United Shipping as well, Feldhofer. He comes 7th. That's a pretty good result for a young guy. I think he's 19, 20. It's good to see him and Novak doing well, but Lopez wins 7 seconds. That's a big gap to Covey, Philipsen, then Novak, Castellon, Hajek for Red Bull Hansgrohe, Feldhofer, Eiking, Van Hoeke, Tolio. Here's what Lopez had to say after the race.
Harold, congratulations. Big victory, your third one of the season. Tell me about the final climb.
Yeah, it was really good because my team worked full gas all stage. So I am very happy for this result. I am very happy for all confidence with my team. Also for Sergio Guita, a very good rider, helped me in the last climb. So I am very happy. I am excited. Yes, this is my third victory in this season. So this is special because in this morning I said for one friend in the hospital in Ecuador. So this is for you, Amaury. I hope I recover faster and no more for my family, for my country, and also for my team.
Was this the plan to Sergio to attack first, then you counter it, or was it just a race situation?
No. The plan was control the race, all race, because we have here the good team, a stronger team. So when my teammates drop, the plan was get attack for look the moves. So when attack, I see the guys more stronger, but when the moment they stop, I attack. And finally, I take the win.
Congratulations.
In terms of GC, it's pretty much the same order because none of these guys took bonus seconds in the previous stages, just with the extra bonus seconds added on. So unfortunately for Covey, that 1 second matters even if he wins the hilly stage tomorrow in a small group sprint. If Lopez finishes on the same time, Lopez stays ahead by 1 second without bonus seconds. But it should be a good stage. I think UAE will definitely try, and I'll see you with the recap tomorrow. Ciao.